In the shadow of the oaks, where the wild rivers bend, I found your scarf, a memory in the wind. It danced like smoke from the cabin's old stone flue, where you laughed under stars, a night's embrace so true. Thorns held tight in the palm of my hand, bleeding echoes of you in this forsaken land. Each sunset bleeding into a lonesome blue, I roam with the ghost of a love I once knew. We trace gravel roads where the dust whispers past, old porches creaked with tales meant to last. But time swept you away like leaves in a storm, leaving just echoes in the boots I've worn. Thorns held tight, oh how the memories demand, bleeding echoes of you in this wild, wide land. Sunsets still bleed into my lonesome blue. I roam with the ghost of a love so true. Now I sit by the river, watching waters rush by, my reflection alone neath the vast prairie sky. Thoughts swirl like the leaves caught in an endless flight, grasping at the warmth of a lost golden light. Thorns held tight as the night whispers your name. The pain runs deep, but the love burns just the same. Every sunset's a reminder of what used to be. On these empty trails of memory, you still walk with me.
Where the oak tree casts shadows long and lean, by the whispering creek where we carved our names unseen, an old red scar faded by the sun and the sin, place where my heart knew peace, where our tales begin. That campfire's glow warm against the cold night's roar, each spark a memory, your laughter the fire's core. Oh, campfire, shut the door on those golden days. Now I roam these gravel roads in a lonesome haze. The stars don't shine as bright when I sing your name. Lost love's echo, a mournful tune in the flame. Porch with creaking wood, the cabin stands empty, dreams lost where we once stood. Rain taps on the roof like the beat of your heart. Dust settles where dances swirled, now worlds apart. The trail we once walked now overgrown, not a trace, just a wandering wind through an empty embrace. Oh, campfire, shut the door on those golden days. Now I roam these silent hills in a lonesome haze. ashes fall, melting with the setting sun. If I could ride one last time down that old lane, feel the wind, hear your voice calling soft and plain, maybe this heartache could find its final rest underneath the oak's arms where we love best. So campfire, shut the door, let those embers die. I'll carry this torch alone neath the vast endless sky. Every sunset a reminder of what the heart keeps, even as the cowboy sings the memory weaves. Campfire, shut the door, leave me with the night, a silhouette against the stars, holding on too tight.
Under the shadow of an old oak tree, I carved our names for eternity, with the sunset bleeding through the leaves. That old porch whisper, the soft sweet tease. Your scarf caught the prairie wind that day, in a town where time found a place to stay. But now the empty bed fades under moonlit shades, where your laughter echoed in night's embrace. And these halls just whisper silent prayers, oh, for one more dance in our moonlit glares. Now gravel roads where my weary tread, echoes of your steps in my head. That cabin corner where you used to spend stands quiet like the silence of my sin. The trail we walk now overgrown, with the dust we kick now fully sown. The empty bed fades under starry glades, where your warmth once battled the frost invades. My soul just whispers your sweet name in the lonely call of the wild untamed. By the riverside, where the willows weep, I see your reflection in waters deep. Every stone and every bend marks the tale of us that could never end. Yet still the empty bed fades in the dust cascades, each night a shadow where our memory waits. I'll walk these lands under skies so vast, holding on to love as long as it can last. In the shadow of the oak, where we carved our names, the wildlands whisper beneath the gray sky's claims. Your scarf still dances on the porch's rusty nails. With each gust my withered heart wails. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your voice in the empty cabins, in the creeks it makes its choice. On gravel roads where our dreams used to lay, now just dusty trails and the rain stays. The saddle's worn where you once sat by me, through open fields, how free we used to be. But time rode on like a thief at dusk embrace, left me with shadows in this quiet, lonesome place. Oh, the rain stays just like the echo of your laugh in the corners of the town where our paths split in half. On the bench beside the general store I wait for your smile, your hand, but alas, I'm just too late. By the creek I turned my collar to the wind, the setting sun like our love too quickly dim. I've learned love is but a whisper in the storm, fleeting yet the memory's forever warm. Yes, the rain stays, washing away the sins of yore, but can't cleanse the longing from my core. In every sunset, in each drop that heaven sends, I find your face, your eyes where the horizon ends. And the rain stays, oh the rain, it always stays, in the echoes of what was, through my wandering days, in the silent agony of the dusty blue. The rain and I, we stay forever missing you. In the shadow of the oak where the river bends, your laughter echoed under sunlit ends. We carved our names on the gnarled old bark, promises made in the moment's dark. The breeze held tales in the whispering leaves of love as boundless as the dusk unsees. Morning sky echoes fly across the plains where my heart lies. Underneath that twilight glow, lost love whispers soft and low. Every sunset paints your face in the empty air I trace. And now the oak tree stands but alone it weeps, for the river changed courses did our dreams. The cabin's empty, the porch swings idle, scarves left behind, now nature's bridle. Gravel roads where we used to tread, flood with a rain of words unsaid. Morning sky echoes fly across the plains where my spirit dies. Beneath that endless starry throat, silent songs to you I owe. Every raindrop sings your name in the heart's ceaseless flame. On the trail where the wildflowers hide, I ride alone without you by my side. With every hoofbeat echoes the pain of a love as wide as the golden plain. Time may heal, or so they say, but your echo in the wind won't fade away. Morning sky where echoes lie, in the dust where my memories fly. Underneath that endless dome, I wander heartless, lost from home. Each setting sun lets your shadow dance in the twilight's cruel, sweet expanse. Oh, morning sky, keep her echo nigh till the stars all fall and the river's dry.
Out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills, God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in as the dust cushions the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell. Time turned, those gravel roads grew wide. The quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloon's creaking floors, echoes the steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight, in the cold, empty cabin's fading light. Your scarf in my hand sent warmth in as the dust cushions the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell underneath the vast indigo skies. I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown, in the wilderness I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight your absence I mourn, in the silence after the storm.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rye grows, I first saw her silhouette as the sunset glows. Her laughter tangled in the breeze, sweet as falling rain, every whispered secret bound to the golden grain. I rode through the heart of my dusty trails, underneath the starlit sky where the lone wolf wails. Every mile I travel, every road I roam, brings me back to where we were, but it ain't my home. Now the cabin's empty where we used to dance, floorboards creak with memories, in the shadows glance. The oak tree's grown taller, stands alone against the wind, where a scarf caught on the branches, where our love had been. I rode through the heart of my dusty trail, underneath the starlit sky where the lone wolf wails. Every town's just echoes of her laughter's tune, every sunset's colder under the same old moon. On this old porch I sat, hat pulled down low, gravel roads keep calling, but there's nowhere left to go. Guess the heart finds solace where the lost dreams lie, in the whispers of the rye fields under vast unending sky. Where I rode through the dreams where we once lay, through the paths grown over where I lost my way. With each town behind me, her memory fades to blue. Where I rode through my heart, and I rode on too.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved so wild and free, the sun beats down on that lonely grave, where all my foolish love's engraved, by the porch where you'd swing slow. I lost the heart I'll never show. Oh, grave sank low beneath the weeping sky, where the whispers of the wind come to sigh. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore, a color fading now no more. In the quiet towns where you once smiled, I walk alone, heart unreconciled. The cabin stands empty, a silent creed, the laughter gone like a tumbleweed. The gravel road, once our parade, now just tracks in the dust we made. Your saddle's gone, no horse to ride, just memories on the Great Divide. Oh, grave sank low beneath the weeping sky, where the whispers of the wind come to sigh. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore, a color fading now no more. In the quiet towns where you once smiled, I walk alone, heart unreconciled. Beneath the vast unending blue, I understand I was only passing through. Your love, a fleeting, brilliant flash, now just ashes and echoes in the ash. Oh, grave sank low beneath the weeping sky, where the whispers of the wind come to sigh. Each sunset bleeds like the scarf you wore, a color fading now no more. In the quiet towns where you once smiled, I walk alone, heart unreconciled. So here I stand where oak trees grow, throwing stones at the river's slow flow. Each ripple a memory, each wave a tear. In the echo of hoofbeats, I disappear.
Shadow of the oak by the rusted rail, where the scarves of lovers fluttered like a veil. Your laughter carved canyons deep in my soul. Now it's just whispers where the cold winds blow. Beneath the porch where our initials are old, that old wooden swing, now silent and cold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. The cabin stands empty on Whispering Pine Road, windows like eyes, hollow and old. The hearth where we warmed is now filled with dust. Our dreams like the fire succumb to rust. The saddle hangs heavy where the stories were told by a dusty old cowboy, his heart bought and sold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. From the creek's gentle murmur to the rain on the roof, each drop a symphony of the truth. Love's not just the laughter under clear blue skies, but the tears we shed, darling, in our goodbyes. So I'll ride these hills under stars silver and old, seeking solace where my memories unfold. In the lands of the lost, beneath skies so vast, I'll whisper your name to the winds that pass. Forgive me, my dear, for the tales I've told, where the night holds your warmth before it turns cold. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold.
Where the oak tree shadows old muddy trails, I found a scarf she left tattered and pale, near an empty cabin with its porch swung low. Sunset caught her smile long, long ago. Shattered glass tied down by worn leather straps, memories like rain through my fingers, perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, she's still my song, but the echoes are the proof that she's gone. Old gravel roads where we used to ride, now just dust and the secrets they hide. The saddle sits empty, the bridle's gone stiff, lost in a world that shifted adrift. Shattered glass tied down by worn leather straps, memories like rain through my fingers, perhaps. In the whisper of the wind, she's still my song, but the echoes are the proof she's gone. Under the vast, forgiving sky, I roam alone, every star whisper of a love I've known. Oak's roots run deep where fond memories lie, in the land that holds the why of her goodbye. Shattered glass tied down, hearts bound in the fray, each piece a chapter of the dance sweet sway. Still the wind sings low through empty town streets, where my heart lies buried, where old paths meet. In the quiet of the night, under fading trail stars, I understand now, we are always are. Shattered glass, not lost, just out of view. In the dusk-kicked sunset, I still reach for you.
On Lonesome Hill, neath the whispering oak, where the sunset bleeds its crimson stroke, I etched our names in the bark so deep, a promise I swore I'd always keep. The wind carries dust of ancient tales over worn-out boots and forgotten trails, where we once danced just shadows now, cast by the branches' solemn vow. Lonesome Hill said nothing, but I heard it all. The silence of your absence at the twilight's call. Every leaf a whisper of the days gone by. Underneath the weeping willow, I still hear you sigh. Years drifted by like clouds on high, gravel roads and that old porch swing side. The cabin stands, but you're long gone, just echoes of our sweet dawn song. The scarf you left sways in the breeze like a soft goodbye amidst the trees. I walk these paths alone, unspoken, with only memories as my token. Lonesome Hill said nothing, but I felt the weight of love lost to time and the cruel hand of fate. Every stone and stirrup, every fading trail marks the map of our story, now a lonesome tale. Oh, how the rain recalls your smile, washing over me, mile after lonesome mile. And in the quiet of the falling night, I find your warmth in the starlight's quiet light. Lonesome Hill says nothing, yet I hear your voice. In the rustling leaves I linger, I rejoice. Though you're a whisper on the hill's soft crest, in my heart's secluded cabin you forever rest. Fading into the sunset where our dreams once flew, Lonesome Hill knows everything, and it misses you too.
I stood in the back of the chapel pews, wore my cleanest boots, old Sunday blues. You walked the aisle in satin white, while I hid pain behind polite. Your mama smiled, your daddy cried, the preacher spoke of groom and bride, and I just sipped my flask real slow, trying not to let my sorrow show. She married someone else today, and I just smiled and walked away. No toast, no tears, no loud regret, just memories I can't forget. I let her go like a man should do, but Lord knows I still bled through. I clapped my hands, I wished her well, while dying quietly in my shell. Danced once back in 22, under fairground lights and sky so blue. She said forever, I said too, but sometimes always don't pull through. Now he holds the hand I used to kiss, and she wears pride, not cowardice. Guess he gave what I could not, a little piece, a better shot. She married someone else today, and I just stood too proud to stay. I drove off slow with the windows down, let my heart ache fill this town. She was my flame, she chose the rain, and I'm just learning to love the pain. So if you ask, I'll never tell. She married someone else. They threw rice and I threw smiles, but deep inside I ran for miles. She married someone else today, and I still feel her drift away. But I won't beg, I won't complain, just raise my glass to love's remains. Let her believe I'm doing fine, even if I'm breaking line by line. She's gone for good, and I can't dwell, 'cause she married someone else. And I stood there like hell.
Out where the oak trees shadow the forgotten roads, I wander past the cabin where the west wind always blows. There lies a faded scarf you wore, it dances in the breeze among the whispering ghosts of the rustling autumn leaves. Ghost remembers, oh how the sunset used to glow on your hair like wildfire in the days of long ago. Now the trails are empty and the stars don't shine the same. Ghost remembers love, lost like a whisper to the flame. We carved our names on the old porch under sky so white and blue. Now rain washes over like memories I can't undo. The saddle sits untouched now where once we rode side by side through fields of golden yarrow. Now it's where my heartache hides. Ghost remembers, oh how the sunset used to glow on your hair like wildfire in the days of long ago. Now the trails are empty and the stars don't shine the same. Ghost remembers love, lost like a whisper to the flame. Settles faster than before. Footprints on the gravel road, not leading to your door. Time may heal the lonely, but the clock just ticks in vain. When every second pulls me back to you in dreams again. Ghost remembers, and oh, the pain's a quiet friend, echo in the hoofbeats till the very bitter end. Maybe on some distant morn the wind will lose your scent. A ghost remembers love in a heart that won't relent. Ghost remembers love in a heart that won't relent. cottonwoods lie low, I found her 'neath the heavens' amber glow. Our hearts carved in the old oak by the stream, where whispers of our dreams flowed like a beam. The porch creaked under quiet secret games in that lost town. The sunset called my name. Oh, the bleeding sky, how it knew my plight. Each crimson streak a memory in flight. Lonely paths where my scarred boots have roamed, in the dying light where my heart called home. But shadows stretching, only I'm to blame. Under that sky, the sunset called my name. Years wore down the trail to her front door. Gravel roads don't lead me back no more. Her scarf, still fragrant with yesterday's rain, left behind on the saddle my refrain. The whispering winds, they don't sound the same since from my grass her warmth did fade and wane. Oh, the bleeding sky, how it knew my plight. Each crimson streak a memory in flight. Lonely paths where my scarred boots have roamed, in the dying light where my heart called home. But shadows stretching, only I'm to blame. Under that sky, the sunset called my name. And now each night as stars begin their dance, I wonder if there's still a ghost of a chance to rewrite the tales penned by dust and time, to clear the rust and climb back in her prime. But the night is vast and the chill lays claim on the heart of a cowboy, wild and untamed. Yes, the bleeding sky, it once knew my plight. Its colors dim as I turn from the light. The road stretches long, my regrets I tame. Echoes linger where the sunset called my name. In the stillness her laugh softly fades to low, with the sunset's call, a whisper evermore.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the wild roses used to grow, I found your scarf, a faded red, left behind like the love we know. That dusty path by Johnson's farm still haunts my boots, I roam alone. Each step a memory hard and warm, a ghost of laughter, your soft tone. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars, guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Porch still creaks just like it did when we'd sit watching rain sweep in. But now the wood's as empty as the heartbeats missing from within. These gravel roads, they know my stride. They've watched the years peel from my soul. Once walked with joy, now each a ride towards tomorrow's ceaseless toll. Thorns flew with where we once lay. Now every sunset seems to end with echoes of you drifting away. These lonely trails, these silent stars guide me to where my heart did part. Among the rust on old tin bars lies the burial place of my worn heart. Oh, how the wildlands bleed and blend with every tear that the sky has sent. In every gust your scent returns, as fleeting as the fire that burns. I whisper names into the breeze, praying they'll carry back to thee. Thorns flew with the western wind through the fields where we once lay. Now every sunset paints the end of dreams and dust both swept away. These lonely trails, these fading scars guide me to where I'll always part. Underneath these morning stars, with your memory forever in my heart. In the quiet of night, the wind sings low, and I reckon it's time to let you go.
Sky was gray when they lowered you down. Not a soul spoke, not a choir sound, just me, the wind, and boots on clay, and a heart that broke in a quiet way. I didn't bring roses from no store, didn't dress up or stand by more, just wore the flannel you loved to mend and held that scarf you knit back then. I laid a scarf on your grave, not a wreath, not a name engraved, just wool and thread from your own hand, tied with love I still can't stand. The cold crept in, but I just stayed, whispering, God, please let her fade. Soft and warm, not sharp and brave, so I laid a scarf on her grave. They offered prayers, but I declined, said she already knew God just fine. I traced her name in dirt below, where snow will fall and time will go, but winter can't freeze what we had, though it chills this cowboy bad. You kept me warm through every ride, now it's my turn to guard your side. I laid a scarf on your grave with trembling hands and love that stayed. It smelled of smoke and you and spring and every small forgotten thing. They say men don't cry, men don't break, but Lord, even iron learns to shake when love digs deep and won't behave. So I left that scarf on your grave. You once said, if I go first, don't bring lilies, just something real. So I did. I brought you us. I laid a scarf on your grave, no song to sing, no soul to save, just you and I like always been. One last touch before the end. And when they ask what lovers gave, I'll say I brought no rose, but a scarf her grave. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where wildflowers dare to roam free, I heard her laughter mixed with the breeze, echo soft as a whisper, memories tease. Beneath that sky vast and wide, her voice once danced on the mountainside. In that quiet town where time stands still, my heart lies buried against my will. Her voice stood still in the rustling leaves, wrapped up in the cool autumn eve. As the sun dips low, casting sky so grand, her silhouette fades in the far-off land. Every whisper of wind across the gravel road brings her back to me, though she never showed. Now the porch swings lone, the cabin's bare, her scarf's the only thing she left there. Dust gathers where her boots once trod, along the paths our hearts once caught. The rains came down, washed her tracks away from the earth, from my soul she's gone astray. A rider wanders, his shadow cast long, chasing a ghost of a loved one strong. Her voice stood still in the rustling leaves, wrapped up in the cool autumn eve. As the moon climbs high over land so grand, her laughter echoes just out of hand. Every drifting cloud above the old mill reminds me she's gone, and I love her still. By the fading light I come to know the hardest trails are where we grow. Beneath these stars that we once watched together lies the solace that time might sever. And though I roam heart worn and thin, in the silence her voice lives within. Her voice stood still in the rustling leaves, haunted by the brush of her gentle sleeve. As the dawn breaks soft over hills so grand, I tread alone in this vast quiet land. Every sunrise pink, every star a spell, in the choir of the night I bid farewell. Her voice stood still, and so shall I, underneath this lonesome, endless sky.
Out past where the river bends, neath the shadow of the oak, lies a field of dandelions where the softest whisper spoke. I met you beneath that summer sun, skies of endless blue. We danced through golden hours where our wild dreams flew. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sang low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering trees. Years have worn the leather of my saddle roving heart. Gravel roads and empty cabins from your memory can't part. Once where laughter echoed, now the porch lies bare. Dust dances on the wind, just ghosts of you there. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sank low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering trees. Tears in rain, riding towards horizons where sorrow and beauty remain. In every setting sun and in every breaking dawn, the echoes of your footsteps are the path that I'm drawn. So in the dandelion field, I'll find peace somehow, forging through forgotten trails till the land takes its bow. I'll hold the echo of your laughter in the silence of my will, for in the dandelion field the world stands still. In the dandelion field the world stands still. In the hush of dawn's first blush, by the creek where willows weep, I found a scarf light and torn where our love swore to keep. Underneath that old oak tree, carved two names for all to see. Now just ghosts in the breeze, whispering just to me. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Gravel roads where we once roamed, now paths I walk alone. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold, where warmth once brightly shone. Old saddle hanging untouched tells more than words could say. Since you took that midnight train and life turned shades of gray. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Every creaking floorboard on that porch echoes her sweet laugh. Boots rolled through, but her memory's a photograph that won't fade in half. Oh, the rains that came washed some pain, left puddles of the past. But deep in me the river runs to seas that hold you fast. By the oak the scarf still flies, a flag of what's no more. In the winds that cross the plains, I hear you close the door. Boots rolled through, kicking dust, leaving just a trace. Silhouettes against the sunset, a haunted lover's grace. Though I trek these hills and valleys, through the whispers of your laugh, boots rode through, and I'm just shadows of the past, catching photographs guess boots rode through, and my heart's a worn out map of your footpath. I rode down past a canyon road, boots worn thin, heart full of load. That old wind still whispers her name. Since she left, nothing feels the same. My hat's tilted, sun hanging low. The whiskey burns, but it's all I know. Got a picture of her in my coat, and a goodbye she never wrote. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. We used to dance in the old saloon, her laugh outshined every tune. Now it's just smoke and a lonesome song, played by a man who got it all wrong. I talked to stars she used to name, pour another glass to ease the blame. But every sip just takes me back to her sundress and that one dirt track. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. If I could turn this horse around, I'd ride back to that sleepy town. But some things ain't made to last, like train smoke and a lover's past. Dust and whiskey, and her name in the wind, a story I keep living again and again. And if you find her out there someday, tell her I still ride but lost my way, with just dust and whiskey and a